Welcome back, part 3. I've been busy working on the hull and the guns. Now I had my guns all sprayed and ready to put together, and when I'd sprayed them I could see dimples in the tops of them from that part there. So basically it was a bit of putty, wet and dry, clean them off. These all turned out quite nice. They were really quite simple to put together. Now the hull, there we go, we can see that, yep. Now I've painted the colour, the base colour that I wanted for the hull, and I spent a lot of time gluing and modifying. I was going to remote controller, but I changed my mind. But I've had problems with the hull as far as this part here. The plastic actually came right across flat, so I had to cut it out, bog it up and reshape it, and that turned out alright. The other thing, like I said, I spent a lot of time getting all the edges off, the seam lines, and everything turned out really quite nice. The only thing is, I don't know whether I'm going to spend the time on it or not. It's here or there, but I'm not sure if you guys can see it. But there, I've got slight little cracks here, and I've got some there, and along there, but the majority of it is pretty good. Now, from normal viewing distance, I can see it, and it's bugging me. So I'm thinking about bogging up all these little lines up and sending it all back again and respraying. And the other thing I'm trying to work out, so I've been watching a lot of videos on deck planking and working out how to do, because even though I like the colour of this, and as it is, I find it a little bit boring, and I have got oils and I have got the thinners and everything to do it with, and I'm actually thinking about trying to do oil staining on the deck. Now, I've never done it before, not with oils, and I'm a bit itchy-bargy about it. So it's really holding me back on the build. Most of the parts, as you see in the last video, are built. I've only got planes and the few other guns to go, and then all the little bits and pieces, and they've all been painted on the sprue. As you can see, all the parts have been painted and ready to be assembled. The only thing, like I said, is holding me back is the deck. Now my son said, "Really, Dad, you can't really notice it," but I want to do it, even though it's a cheap model, and I'm having problems with it because I've spent so much time fixing things that I want to keep fixing things. I don't know if it's over the top, but that's the way I'm thinking. So see how we go. It's only time and bog and paint and So I'm looking at it now and I've pretty much made up my mind that I'm probably am going to bog it. What I'm going to do is, the other day I worked out that if I put some Tamiya thinners with some Tamiya putty into one of these, I can actually paintbrush it into the cracks and let it dry. Now it might take a couple of layers to do that, but it's better than trying to blunk it off with a scraper, and then I've got a lot of sanding to do. So I'm thinking of, just like I said, paintbrushing it in, let it dry for a few days. Shrinkage is a big problem, and then resanding and then repainting. The other thing is the superstructure. Now, unlike the Dunkirk, which had minimal amount of stuff to mask up, this has a lot of guns and turrets, supports to mask around and whatnot, and I'm debating myself on how I'm going to approach this. Now, this will only take place once I've done the deck, so I've literally got, I'd say, a couple of weeks of work, because I can't do it at night time because my eyes are absolutely failing me and I need natural light to see things. So until I've made up my mind on how I'm going to do the deck, this pretty much is how it's going to stay. The other thing was, these decks here, they are supposed to be deck tan as well, and because there is no wood grain on them, and on the model picture itself actually shows these as just same grey as the superstructure. So debating that, do I complicate more into this model than what I need to, or do I just have the deck and that's it, and the rest of the superstructure? The other thing too, I was wondering, maybe do the decking a darker grey than the superstructure. All up in the air right now. I like to complicate my life when I'm building a model, as far as, especially with painting. I love layering, so I'm sort of answering my own question as I go. So I hope next time I do a video for you guys, there'll be some changes. The sides will be painted camo, and when I look at the waterline, I mean, the waterline's just there. Oh, you can't see that. Just there, that's the top of the waterline, so there really isn't much there to play with. It's really going to be some striping from the turpits, and that'll be it. Now, I did something which I've never done before, is I put all the little, oh, can you see all that? Yeah, here we go. I've put all the little parts on the rear, and mistake, I don't know. Will I break them off? Maybe. I'll see how I go, but I'll see how we go for the next 2 weeks. Maybe I'll try and get something out for you next week, but that's it for now, and see you in a week or so. Thank you.